Yo, what is good, my anime people? Let me talk to you real quick. Before you stop watching Rimuru, before you stop watching Slime, and you wait for the next hype episode, I get it. I get it. This episode made you. While I'm over here just like, mm-hmm. Calm down, everybody. Check it out. Let me explain to you why this is okay. Um, The reason why this is happening and the reason why I applaud it is because the story wants it to take as much concrete steps as possible of being in realism when it comes down to the monsters and it comes down to the humans, the dwarves, whatever the case is. Whenever they make these moves, whenever they make these choices, it has a bigger meaning for the world. It's not just the simple case that, okay, here's Rimuru, here's this capital, here's all these places. Oh, they team up, it doesn't mean anything, right? Like this three team of alliance means a crap ton. And it really just means that through those three places, monsters are going to be treated fairly, right? Like monsters can actually find refuge in these places if need be. That's how much they're changing this world. Um, to know that our main character is so complacent at allowing people to say what it is they want to say, to get everything out there on the table, it is a weakness of his to really be too kind to a lot of people. But I think that's past after the death of his own family and needing to awaken to become a demon lord. And that's the type of stuff that makes you understand the power gap that has just occurred, right? Even when there was a monster town and Rimuru wasn't a demon lord, he was still just as capable as one, right? But he wasn't treated as such just because he didn't carry that title. Now that he carries that title, plus has the Storm Dragon, he can use the Storm Dragon not only for himself in the case of fighting battles, but just political moves. To say 200k people were wiped out by the Storm Dragon is very believable. No one's going to question that. That's how powerful of a name he has riding on him, even if one of his people did that. Like, if one soldier went and did all that, he could still blame it on the Storm Dragon and it would still be okay. That being said, with all the political stuff handled and them taking like 2 to 3 episodes straight of just handling this, it's another reason why I understand there's like part one and part two of this season is because there's not going to be much more talking after we get to Clayman, after we get to, a lot more of these bigger characters who have just as big as egos as, the Storm Dragon, who don't think he can be touched by anybody. There's going to be some colliding. And I think the best way to say this is once you see all these other teams showing up and getting involved, it doesn't just seem like they're just coming to help. These are people that have formed alliances. These are people that have formed packs. They have put their whole entire stakes on every single thing on Rimuru and their nation growing to be the strongest and going to this peaceful destination that Rimuru wants to go to. So these are the types of things that are being conveyed throughout this episode, even if it does feel kind of crappy to just sit here and watch. And literally, characters are falling asleep like people really would be falling asleep when they're watching this. So I get it. And I'm trying to see how much time I spent. I spent a crap ton of time talking about this. But yeah, please give it a chance. Rimuru is now set up his whole kingdom to have fallback plan after fallback plan and have ally after ally now on his side, and this was all necessary, to be fair. So that being said, everybody, have an awesome day, night, evening, because if they did just jump into the next arc and they're just like, okay, now Rimuru is fighting Clayman, and then all these other people jump in at the end, or just randomly, it would just feel kind of lame. But I do love what they did here. So regardless, we'll see how it plays out. Peace.